I've had a very comical day in the sense that it's been a lot of growth and self reflection in a way. Well, just happening now. I mean, we're always reflecting, but I wanted to jump on here and just kind of talk about things. So, I got these Airpods as a Christmas gift. And like part of me always worried that I would lose them, right? So of course I manifested that. So I lost them for the first time back in April, and I even hosted a Metaphysical Monday where we we talked about harmonics and dowsing for lost items. So I knew why I lost it then, right? It was reason to have that class and have that discussion with people and that growth there. And then I decided I was going to put way too much pressure on myself, unconsciously, of course, that like I wasn't going to lose them again because I'm following my intuition, I'm trusting myself, I'm doing all the right things, right? Well, I lost myself a little bit again. And I say this laughing and going through the process because I am human and I know everything the universe will always provide, and everything is always a chance for growth. So, if you hear anything, that's my message, right? The universe will always provide. You can lean into the universe. And even if you have been taught to not trust yourself, trust your inner guidance, it's okay. You can trust yourself. And this might seem like something like, what do you mean taught that? Well, the way our system is currently set up, it is to look outside ourselves for answers. Ultimately, all answers, because all meaning comes from within ourselves. So I wasn't shining all of my light. I was dampening it in a way and denying parts of myself. Now, this is a lifelong journey. I've been doing this my whole life, but I recently noticed myself doing it. And finally, I was just like, enough is enough, right? So I reached out for healing. I got angel Reiki from my amazing friend Nita, and she did an amazing job. And she just said, when are you gonna really start listening to yourself and step into everything that you want to offer and all of that. Oh, the little things are on me. That's kind of funny. So I had that, and I was like, okay, I'm really gonna put myself out there, and I'm gonna, hear myself. So hear my inner guidance, follow my inner guidance, and speak my truth. So I had a gathering recently, and I was going to cancel it because everyone just said they were maybe coming. But then something in me was like, no, just maybe. Oh, and so I doubted myself. And right when I was about to cancel it, like go on Facebook, cancel it, go on my website, cancel it, I got a phone call of someone asking like, where's the location, because they're coming. And this was like a couple hours before. And I'm so grateful for that person. Because it was the universe's way of saying, hey, listen to what you want. Listen to how your soul is singing. So we ended up doing this gathering, and it was very small. There was 2 other people that joined me. And although that was on the smaller side, it was exactly how it was supposed to be, right? Because the universe always provides, and I leaned into it. So I wasn't 100% sure if we were going to follow what this gathering was supposed to be. It's a crescent moon gathering, so it's always about reflection and intuition, and that we've scratched the surface of all of our ability, but there is also still so much room for growth and so much more light we can shine. So that's why that's why the crescent moon really speaks to me. And the topic was the 5 elements, because I'm passionate about them, and I knew it was something that would spark good conversation. But getting there, people came late and it gave me time to like reflect. I pulled a card, I sat with myself and enjoyed a meal, and I realized that, I'm going to speak my truth here. And if it lands, it lands. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. So I brought up the 5 elements, and it did spark great conversation. But it wasn't all that I wanted it to be, right? I, for some reason, didn't even bring the 5 elements with me. And I normally do that. But I knew, because I grabbed not all, I grabbed a good amount of cards, and I knew it was supposed to be about the cards. So we pulled cards and we discussed, and then finally I pulled a card, and that was the picture of the start of this video, right? Sing your own song. And that seems so simple, and yet I know so many of us are contracted on this idea. And by that I mean, we struggle with it because we're struggling. It feels uncomfortable in our body to expand and grow and become more of what we're meant to be, or bring awareness to all that we are meant to be. And so, I clear as day message, right? There it was in my face. And I was like, okay, I'm going to really sing my truth. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know if that's exactly what the card said, but that was my message that I took away from it. And then I talked with my amazing friend, Karen, this morning, and, she gave me such insights to myself, messages that I knew were in my energetic field, messages that I knew were there, and I was denying, right? So again, back to that denying part of me, because what if I'm not enough? And when I said it out loud, again, to someone that I knew was authentically listening to me and just in a vibration of love, I heard how silly it was and how I'm ready to move past that. I'm ready to just keep growing, keep bringing awareness. So, brings us back to the Airpods, right? So I'm going through my day. It was there were challenges today, right? There just things that kept kind of popping up, things that led to crying of the little human that I get to call my daughter. And I start packing up all of my instruments that wanted to come with for the upcoming event I'm so excited to be a part of this coming weekend, this women's retreat day up in Madison. And I'm like, okay, well, I pack up the bags, and then I'm putting away the bag I brought to the Crescent Moon yesterday gathering, and things had fallen out, and so I'm organizing, and I'm grabbing a thing that someone gave me, and I realize there are my Airpods. And now you could look at that and be like, yeah, these are all just random coincidences that happened, right? But I know in my heart, because I choose to see the magic, that I was denying my own voice. I wasn't hearing my higher self. I wasn't hearing all that I was meant to hear. So they put a little roadblock of me being able to tune out the world until I started to really honor all of myself that I'm ready to honor. Because I say that in a way because I know there's always going to be more growth. I know that's why we come in as humans, and we continue to grow throughout our whole lives, and we realize the limitlessness that we are. And I thought it's so simple. This whole story I've been telling you is so simple, and someone else listening and watching this right now might be like, so? But that's what I want to speak to as well. That this has been a profound moment for me. This has been, okay, I hear myself fully. and I'm gonna keep moving forward. And I'm gonna honor all that I am. Like, these are huge deals. And it came from a little message from the universe like, oh, be gentle with yourself. You're human. You lost it. It's okay. It came back right when you least expect. I literally picked it up and was like, what is this? It's been that long, because I lost it back in May or so. Well, April, May. Yeah, and I just wanted to jump on here and show or share this story, because I hope you can see the magic in your everyday. It doesn't have to be these guardian angels changing your course of your life, or these earth-shattering things that can be so profound, right? It can be these tiny little acts that the universe is providing for you. That kind of makes it all worth it. So, I think that's all I have to say. Have a wonderful rest of your day.